She got fucked over. This system has failed her.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know, it's Beats, your girl KylerB coming at you with a new video. So today we're going to talk about Love Island USA Season 7, Episode 34, and let's get right into the video. Here I was, you know, being happy that we got a family day, like, yes, family day, da-da-da-da, to come have this, like, rain on my parade, like, yo, this episode, like, you couldn't even really enjoy the episode, really, because after you just got hit with that realization of what happens, like, yo, I couldn't even really, like, truly enjoy the family day episode. It's just, like, what happened? Like, the system has failed her. Word to Rob, because, like, yo, what happened? Like, what happened? What has happened? Like, today was family day, but, like, before we even get into that, obviously Ace and Chelley had the hideaway and everything, and they're exclusive. So they spent the night, whatever, but then, like, the very next day, like, the editing for it was, like, they get a text message that, you know, it's family day. They already knew it was family day, Ace and Chelley in the highway, but they probably got a text too. So it's just like everybody getting ready and being excited for family day. Like, the editing for this episode was just so wonky because it's just like, okay, great, nice, yeah. Anyways, they first had Amaya and Brian, you know, meet their families, and it was on the screen because everybody thought it was going to be like a Zoom call meeting, but, you know, this season they're bringing back in person. So Amaya and Brian, they met their families, everything, you know. They're just liking, you know, they like, you know, Brian for her and vice versa. And obviously they're both like Dominican, like a Hispanic family. So it's just like, yeah, you know, really match made, you know, for the time being. Obviously everybody else, like Iris and Pepe, they met. Huda and Chris talking about, like, if he had a choice, he probably wouldn't have invited Huda to meet his family because they're kind of harsh. He was actually very pleasantly surprised that his, like, mom and sister kind of liked Huda, because if it was up to him, he would not have sent Huda to meet his family. After that was Chelley and Ace, and obviously it was just such a nice meeting. Like, you know, her mom and father came over and they met Ace. You know, her mom really likes Ace and likes the way that, you know, Ace looks at her. And obviously Ace's sister and brother, they obviously like Chelley. They were like, you know, can we bring her around the family? Can she come to the cookout? He's like, yes. They, you know, his sister, like, you know, Ace found himself a 10, like, you know, they were like Chelley, you know, they were saying the whole, you know, shit name for them. It was like a nice little meeting. But then there was Nick and Alandra's family coming in, you know, Alandra's mother. She obviously was like telling Alandra that, you know, everybody have seen or like kind of wanted Nick and Alandra to be together since week 1, which is true. And obviously Nick's mother is so on board about the whole, you know, Nick Alandria situation that's going on. So it was a nice meeting.
That feels so good, bro. Our parents really support this.
Now that I get to...
yeah, let's talk to the real meat and potatoes, because they sent home Chelley's had the lowest votes. Like, what? Over Iris and Pepe? Who's voting for Iris and Pepe? Who's voting for Huda and Chris? You literally heard Chris was kind of over the situation. So how are you going to vote for Chris if he's having issues with Huda and we're during the finale week? Like, what? Also, let's talk about this whole people not liking Ace and Chelley and thinking that they're scammers. First of all, you come on a show and the first thing out of your mouth is, you know Chelley. If you were scamming and trying to be, you know, discreet with it, you wouldn't say the first thing to the host that you know Chelley. You know, you would leave it up to the little social media investigators to figure it out and find, like, oh, they know each other, da da da. He said it point blank. They even talk about it continuously during the first week, even up to him saying to Exclusive. He mentioned again that they met outside of the club in New York that one time and one time only. and you know he hasn't seen her again. So everybody believing this little fake, you know, post about them being together or dating or whatever is crazy, because I'm just like, how are you gonna scam and basically tell the whole world you knew each other beforehand? And come to find out, because they have released their exit interviews, because they know people need a little something, especially after this whole uproar, that Nick and Jeremiah knew each other, or have met each other and like interacted with each other outside. You know, Chelley knew Andrina, Chelley knew Amaya, Chelley knew Andrina. Like, there was a running joke in the villa that, you know, Chelley knows everybody who came into the villa. So with that being said, everybody's talking about they scamming, they not gonna vote for scammers, da 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 da. But I'm like, they're the only ones with the true love in there. No shade to Nick Landra, because, you know, Landra's my client too. So I did give her a vote tonight, you know, since Chelley is not there. So I gave my vote to Landra for the finale. You know, we'll see how that goes, because, you know, my papaya has some shooters. You know, Iris and Pepe have shooters, and Huda and Chris. Like, who's voting for Huda and Chris? Like, they were talking about their highs and lows of the villa. He talking about, he added 2 highs. He talking about the family day and playing basketball. He didn't even mention Huda. Huda said her high was the recoupling at Casa Moore, which was picking Chris. So the fact that he made 2 different, you know, peaks of his time in the villa to be playing basketball with the guys, and his family coming in today, but there's no Huda, and that's your person in the final. That's your final. And the thing is, I feel like these are rigged, but you know what? Even though Chelley did not make it to the finale, they're gonna be winning outside of the villa. It doesn't matter, because really, you know, you can win on the show, but like, what really gets to me is that they never had a date. They never had a date. They never got to go on a date. And like, the fact that they're missing out on a final date to get to like go somewhere special, especially after being there from day one as an OG, not having a final date, not being able to do a final declaration speech. Like, what couple are we waiting for to do a heartfelt speech? Like, no offense, but Nick and Landra are still figuring out, you know, if they like each other or if they really want to be in this relationship. Pepe and Iris, they just got together. Like, Huda and Chris, they just had like a whole situation. Like, why are we voting? Amaya and Brian, maybe, but like, still, they're not gonna give that, like, what Chelley and Ace was gonna give. Like, this man was a poet, and it kind of shows you the reason why they gave them the hideaway. They, like, you know, put so much emphasis on their like scenes yesterday, because they realized, oh yeah, they're gonna be leaving soon, so like, let's give the fans a little something. But to the new viewers, I don't know who are these new viewers, because I'm like, you need to have some nice discernment. For the people who be like, oh, they're not voting for Chelley and Ace, like, who else are we going to be voting for? And to say that this is the system that Ace set up, how is it the system that Ace set up when Nick agreed to send Jeremiah home? Well, what was a strong connection? Iris and Pepe, not Iris and Pepe, the strong connection that they sent home, you know, Charlie and Hannah, because they sent Charlie home. Oh, okay, who else? Pepe and, you know, Hannah, because they sent Hannah home. I mean, I would say sending Hannah home and not Huda or not Iris, you know, was a bit weird. But I'm just like, you know what? It is what it is. But what was a strong connection? Because at the end of the day, Hannah just hopped from Charlie. If she never hopped from Charlie in the first place and was kissing Pepe in the squeakeasy, they wouldn't have voted her to be with Pepe in the first place. So Hannah kind of ruined that whole situation for herself, to be honest. I mean, granted, that's why Charlie got dumped in the first place, because, you know, she was going back and forth between Charlie and Pepe. And, you know, it is what it is. I feel like the system has failed her. The system has failed Chelley. They're lucky that there's only the finale to watch, because if they had been dumped maybe 2-3 episodes before, yeah, like, they wouldn't have been seeing me. Alima got dumped from UK, and I haven't tuned in properly since. Like, I've been just keeping up on the timeline with the UK one. So the fact that they dumped Chelley before the finale, the fact that they came in 5th, they had the lowest votes over Iris and Pepe, over Huda and Chris is just, you know, really hoodwinked, you know.
To finish it off like this, like, of course it's bittersweet. Like, I'm gonna miss everybody, I'm gonna miss the villa, but I feel like my purpose here was fulfilled.
Really flabbergasted me, because I'm just like, I was not expecting that. Like, they were not even a person to be in the bottom. I was like, it's either Huda or Chris or Iris and Pepe. So I don't know who are these new viewers voting, who are these new viewers doing what they're doing, but they really messing with my show. My show used to be a niche show. I used to know the entire lineup of who's going home, what's going on, blah, 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 blah. Nah, these new viewers are messing it up. They're messing it up. Like, I made my show to go back to their niche, you know, situation, because I don't know who these news viewers are. Like, this was just such a bittersweet episode in terms of, like, they were the only people that I was gonna vote for. Since Alandra was on my client list as well, I gave my vote to Alandra. They have this vote open for 4 hours. I don't know for why, because who else were we voting for? Like, this is crazy. And the thing is Chelley had a good PR the last 3-4 episodes. So the fact that after all that good PR, they dumped them, and they had them basically lifting up these little what's it called, plates, you know, trays or whatever, you know, oh, congratulations, you're going to the finale. Like, what? And your finale includes Iris and Pepe, Huda and Chris, Amaya and Brian, and Nick and Landra. That's your finale. That's your final 4. Like, come on, they're not serious. They're not serious at all. Not at all. Like, I don't even understand why they did this. Like, this season basically tanked, like, between season 3, season 5, and now season 7. Like, this finale is gonna be whack. I don't even know which is worse between season 3 finale, season 5, or now this finale. But, like, is up there now with one of the worst seasons. No shade, no tea to the contestants, but, like, really dumping Chelley and Ace before the finale is crazy. And never giving them one date. Like, you know, Ace would have ate that final speech, final declaration letter. Like, it would have ate down. Like, I don't even, like, this is crazy. Like, that's what's getting me. Like, the fact that we can't even see that, can't even hear that. Like, I guess the little poem that he wrote for her was a, you know, declaration of enough. They were like, oh, that's it. He did the declaration, that was it. Like, nah, I needed his suit and tie. I need Chelley in her formal gown. Like, I need all of that. Like, finale look. Like, this is just, like, this is not it. This is not it. Like, this is a scheme that Todd set up, because who allowed this? Who allowed this? Like, oh my gosh. That everybody talking about, oh, Ace, you know, with the whole Amaya thing. Ace and Amaya patched things up weeks ago. She even said that one of her worst things, her peaks, her pits, was her yelling at Ace and talking to Ace some type of way. Like,
moment was the way I spoke to Ace when we had that miscommunication. Yeah. But I'm just so happy that we have such a great friendship now. And I just wanted to say sorry.
Like, and they hugged it out. So for everybody who's on Ace's neck about the whole Maya situation, they already wrapped that up. So I don't know, like, everybody is still holding on to situations that people already passed, people already good with. And the fact that they allowed Chelley and Alandra to still get hate over situations that already been patched up is crazy. But anyway, this is the Love Island Season 7, Episode 34. And if you like the video, comment down below, let me know your thoughts, comments, concerns. Do you subscribe to my channel? Subscribe. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. Peace.